Welcome back. You're watching NSE FinViz powered by CNBC TV 18 Season 2. It's now time to go over to the audience as they put forth their questions for our experts.
So my question is regarding home loans. Is there a thumb rule to decide what is better, a floating rate or a fixed rate? Because prima facie, a floating rate is cheaper, so it looks better. But I've burnt my fingers with one particular bank because it started at something and then it ended up like 6% higher. So
Okay.
See, home loan is a little kind of a confusing thing in the sense there are a lot of fine prints which we are supposed to read in a home loan document. You know, the banks keep varying the goalpost now and then actually. So you really need to be a financial expert, or you need to actually have a lawyer to decipher the terms and conditions there. Okay, don't go away what your relationship manager says. Now, ideally, when you should buy a fixed loan and when you should buy if in the true sense, if the loan says that it's a fixed loan for 10 years, it's actually a fixed loan, you know. When the interest rates are low, when I said low, if the, in 2004, the interest rates were around 6%, 7%. That was the time to go in for a fixed rate loan because you are locking in the interest rates now for next 10 years. Okay, so even if the interest rates tomorrow goes to 9%, you are paying the bank 6%. Okay, so that's a fixed rate. Now, right now the interest rates are almost at the end of the curve, at a very high rate, around 10.5, 11, 12%, whatever. At this time, there's no point, if you see the last 10, 20 years of Indian history, interest rates, we are at the right end of the curve. At this stage, it doesn't make sense to go for the floating rate loan, fixed rate loan, right? Because then you end up paying fixed rate for next 5, 10 years. You go with floating rate, as the interest rates comes down, your EMI will also come down.
I heard the term derivatives being coming up a couple of times. What are these derivatives?
Okay. The derivative, as the word suggests, it's a value derived from something, some underlying. So, for example, you may hear saying that I bought derivative on GlaxoSmithKline stock. What does that mean? That based on the movement of GlaxoSmithKline stock, the price of a derivative will move. So price of that derivative will move ahead, whatever it is. Now, again, in that you have options and you have futures, and so there are still more complications. But basically what we are saying is that they say it's more to protect yourself from any kind of, ups and downs from market, but invariably people use that for speculation. So instead of actually buying the shares, they kind of buy derivatives.
Before we wind up the show, we got in a query from a viewer, and she sent in her question. Her name's Julian Rodrigues, and she's from Mumbai. And she says, what are the safe means of investments besides PPF that I can make to save on the amount of income tax that I pay? Gaurav, you want to help her out?
Let's look at our basic need, housing. Now, if you're looking at housing, if you're staying in rented premises, there's tax benefit straight away, Section 80GG. If you've taken a home loan, then for interest and principal repayment, there's tax benefit. So that's being taken care of. Health insurance, for health care. If you purchase health insurance, you pay the premium, there is tax benefit. There are other sections where if you have somebody who's disabled in your family or yourself and you're treating them, or if there are critical illnesses and you're spending money on that, there are tax benefits. So for health, there is tax benefit. If we are looking at death of an earning member of the family, and hence we want to purchase life insurance, there is tax benefit. Start focusing on your goals, invest for that, tax benefits will come automatically.
On that note, thank you so much, Gaurav. Thank you so much, Gajendra. And thank you so much for having us here with you. Thank you so much.
It was really excellent. Like I was, as a woman, like we are not into finance, but I have understood a lot, and it will really benefit me for my future.
I think it was very nice, very interactive, and the best thing that was conveyed was through anecdotes and stories, which made people understand things better, and the busting of the two big myths on gold and property. And I'm sure this will help even our nation go further if we invest in the right instruments.
The overall experience has been really good because it told me many things in terms of the investments that because I was actually sitting and kind of analyzing the investments that I've done so far and how my, and probably I think when I go back, I would actually check my papers, the investments that I've done, and probably relook at them once again.
Well, that's all that we have for you on this episode of NSE FinViz, powered by CNBC TV 18 Season 2. If you have any questions for our experts, please feel free to email us at fwq@network18online.com. We'll be back next time. Until then, from the entire team, many thanks for watching.
Focus, ideate, innovate, enable.